All right, part 3. Welcome back. Conduct and behavior. Just as in a face-to-face classroom environment, students are expected to treat one another with dignity and respect. Because we are all members of the same learning community, we are expected to respect the opinions of our peers, even if we may disagree with them. Disrespectful behavior of any kind will not be tolerated. Remember, constructive criticism is different from rudeness. Our goal as a learning community is to cultivate a culture of success, meaning we are enthusiastic about learning, engaged in our course material, and kind to one another. Above all, kind to one another. Students are also expected to behave with decorum in their online discussion posts and interactions with me and fellow students. Inappropriate language, images, and or links to inappropriate content will not be tolerated. Please review this short document on netiquette, respectful and appropriate behavior for online courses. So this right here will link you to a page that talks about this concept of netiquette. So taking net from internet and etiquette from just, politeness, manners, how to conduct oneself, combining it, netiquette. So this is something to take a look at, general guidelines for what we call netiquette. Projects and activities. So this is just a brief rundown of the different projects and activities we'll be doing this semester. So let me go through this. Major essay projects, or as I might refer to them, MEP, major essay project. This semester we will compose 3 major essay projects. These essay projects are designed to foster the writing strategies necessary for college-level academic writing. Students will write multiple drafts of each essay, cultivating an understanding that writing essays is an involved endeavor requiring work, time, making choices, and taking risks. The prompts for these essays will be provided in the modules in our Canvas shell. So each major essay project will have its own specific prompt with its own set of different guidelines and challenges that we're trying to address in that essay project. So stay tuned for those. They will be in the modules in our Canvas site as we approach them. But for each essay, we're going to write at least 3 drafts. So we'll have draft 1, draft 2, and what we call the polished draft. I don't like to use the word final draft because that implies finality, but in some cases they might not be final. They're just a little bit more polished, right? You're shining it up, getting it ready to show to the world. So that's why I call it the polished draft and not the final draft. Annotated bibliography, or ANBIB for short. In order to help us develop our research skills and maintain a sustained focus on a single research project, we will complete an annotated bibliography. This project is designed to immerse you in your research process for major essay project number 3, challenging you to dig into your topic more deeply. This project is also designed to help you find credible sources for major essay project 3. A more detailed prompt will be available in the modules in our Canvas shell. So this is essentially a research tool, and if you've never heard of this before, don't worry. I'm going to help everyone out. We have a specific prompt for that, and I'll have a lot of explanatory videos that explain it, and I'll show you guys different examples. But essentially it's a research tool. It's to help guide us with our research for a research project for our 3rd major essay project. Discussion posts, or DP, discussion posts. As a part of our approach to cultivating good creative habits, we will regularly participate in writing and research activities to be posted in our discussion boards. These activities will cover a variety of topics and approaches, but they are all designed to help foster the various habits of mind to lead to increased creativity, curiosity, and appreciation of reading and writing. These regular posts will also allow students to interact with the other members of our learning community. So again, these are ongoing. We'll have a discussion post pretty much every week where you'll post a response to the prompt and then you'll interact with your fellow classmates in that discussion forum. Reading response questions, or RRQ. For most of the readings we will do in this course, we will answer a series of reading response questions designed to help us think critically about what we read. These questions will encourage us to read actively, and they will help us analyze what we read with more specificity and academic rigor. Each set of reading response questions will be submitted in the modules in our Canvas shell. So the readings that we do from Habits of the Creative Mind, pretty much for most of those readings, you will have a set of reading response questions. So again, the reading response questions are designed to help us get more from the things that we read. They're designed to help us pay closer attention to some of the more important concepts within the reading. And they're designed to help you guys have a better grasp of the material overall, because you'll notice that a lot of the things are connected. So each of those sections will have a set of reading response questions that you'll submit. Practice sessions, or PS. The authors of Habits of the Creative Mind have designed the book to help us practice and develop the habits, behaviors, and attitudes necessary for creativity and critical thinking. At the end of each section in the book, there is a series of activities and exercises, or what they call practice sessions. You will complete various practice sessions due on specified dates throughout the semester. The prompts for these practice sessions will be included in the weekly modules in Canvas. So once you have a copy of your book, you'll notice that at the end of each of the sections in there, each of the essays, you'll notice that there are often little activities, or what they call practice sessions. So again, they're designed to help us gain a better understanding of the concepts within the reading, to put into practice those different concepts. And so we're going to complete some of those throughout the semester, but I'll let you all know what those are as they come up. Project deadlines and submissions. All projects and activities must be submitted by expected deadlines. However, if a student needs an extension, they should inform me before the project deadline so that we may make alternative arrangements. Alternative arrangements must be made and agreed upon before the original project deadline in order to take advantage of a deadline extension. If such arrangements are not made in advance, a student may not submit any late work. All projects, activities, and discussion posts will be submitted via Canvas to their corresponding portals in the weekly modules. So this is important. I expect people to submit their projects by the deadlines, right? That's how it works. Deadlines are in place for a reason. But I do understand that life is complicated, especially when we're dealing with the current zeitgeist of the world with a global pandemic and a lot of uncertainty, right? I understand that things come up and sometimes that presents a challenge and we may not be able to submit something on time. And so what you'll need to do is let me know ahead of time, okay? Not after the fact, but ahead of time, so before the deadline. So you send me a message on Canvas or an email asking me for an extension. We'll agree on when you'll submit the project, what the new deadline is, and then you're granted that extension. But if it's done after the fact, then that won't work. You must submit all of your work on time or talk with me ahead of time in order to take advantage of an extension. So that's up to you. It's your responsibility. Those are my expectations. But like I said, I'm happy to grant extensions if need be. Right? Rubrics. There will be specific rubrics for the course projects, activities, and discussion posts to provide students with a consistent breakdown of the expectations for each project. These rubrics can be found with their corresponding project prompts in the weekly modules. So what a rubric is, it's a set of guidelines or characteristics to judge how successful any given project or assignment is. So it's very useful for me as an instructor when I'm assessing something. I can see, okay, did this student meet these guidelines? But it's also helpful for students because it gives you something to strive for. You can say, okay, in order to make this the most successful project I can, these are the characteristics that I need to make sure my project has, right? So, but they will be included with each of the different projects. Academic integrity. let me just read through this briefly. Academic dishonesty is a serious offense and will not be tolerated under any circumstances. If you can find something on the internet, so can I. If you're suspected of academic dishonesty, you will not only break my heart, injure my faith in humanity, and make me doubt my mission as an educator, in other words, my life's work, you will receive disciplinary action. This can result in the immediate failure of the project, this course, probationary action, and/or expulsion from the college. It's not worth it. So many of you are here. I mean, actually, all of you are here, and by here, I mean that loosely. You're in college because you're trying to make, you're trying to reach certain goals you've set for yourself, right? And so it's really important that we're not jeopardizing those goals by doing something like collusion, plagiarism, fabrication, all of these different things that would constitute academic dishonesty. Now, truthfully, it's probably harder to plagiarize or cheat than it is just to do the project yourself, but it's not worth it. So let's not dedicate any more time on that. But the different essays that you will submit, we will use the turnitin.com app on Canvas. And so you'll be able to see your similarity reports when you submit something. And so on any given project, we want to make sure that our similarity reports are no higher than 25%. Now, if you're not sure what that means, if you're like, what the heck's a similarity report? Don't worry, I'll explain that as we begin to submit stuff, but that's a little guideline for you. Withdrawal policy. It's important that you withdraw from the course if you do not wish to continue on with us. I hope that won't be the case, but if something does come up and you're no longer able to take the course, it's important that you withdraw from the course. Special accommodations and conditions. If you have a disability that requires special accommodations, please contact me within the first week of class to arrange such accommodations. In addition, for information regarding the services available to you as a student with disabilities, you should contact Student Accessibility Services, or SAS. For more information or an appointment, call this number. There's the extension there. And this right here is a link to their website on the Cerritos College website, or their webpage. So yeah, if this applies to you, I'm happy to make those accommodations. I want to make sure that everybody's able to learn as effectively as they can in our course. And I understand that an online situation kind of presents a new set of challenges. So let me know. That's the key thing, is to let me know, and we'll try to make those arrangements. Additionally, if you anticipate any challenges or obstacles to your success in our course, conditions such as parental or work responsibilities, planned vacations, or doctor appointments, difficulties completing certain projects by posted deadlines, please let me know as soon as possible. I understand that life presents us with certain challenges, and sometimes we need to make alternative arrangements. In these cases, I'm happy to try to work with you if you communicate with me up front. So that's important. If this applies to you, it's important that you keep in contact with me and communicate. So if you know that you are going out of town, or you do have a doctor's appointment or something that might interfere with your ability to meet a certain deadline or get something done on time, let me know ahead of time and we can make those arrangements. Okay, so right here, student services and resources. This is just a list of different links of student services and resources at Cerritos College. So all of these things are very helpful. Okay, grading system. I'm going to end this video and dedicate a new video to the grading system because it needs a little bit of explanation. So I'm going to end that. Stay tuned for grading system video part 4.